Hp2010 without a doubt is one of the better Need for Speed games in recent memory. I had this game on PS3 originally, absolutely loved it. It's a really good, well solid made game. It's obviously not like the customization game that, you know, I at least want. But in terms of a good solid Need for Speed game, this is definitely one of them. And I was in my Discord today and a guy called Nero actually put a picture up of a full lobby on Hp2010. Now considering this game is approaching 10 years old, I was quite surprised. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to hop on it and see if I can find a game. Now there's two major differences between what I'm doing and what he did on my Discord. I'm not on PS3, I'm on PC, so I think immediately that's probably going to have some type of effect on how the lobbies are. But as well as that, I actually didn't have any progress on PC till about 5 minutes ago when I downloaded this game save, which is why that guy is in the top right and not me. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get straight into this. I'm going to assume the Hot Pursuit mode is probably going to have the most people in just because it's the first one. So we're going to go ahead and press that. And we're going to go for exotic. Do I know what I'm doing? Kind of. Am I sure we're even going to get into a lobby? No, not really. I was quite surprised to see that this game was actually even alive on PS3. So if we can even find like something now on PC, that would be a tad bit ridiculous. Well then, that wasn't what I wanted. This might actually take a while. The whole premise of this video was to be like, this game is still alive. Oh my god, it's still alive. This is really weird. But it seems to be as dead as I thought it was going to be. If that is the case, we'll just go into some single player races and actually play the game. Oof. That's kind of ruined my video idea. Oh, we've actually managed to find a lobby. Granted, there's only 2 other people in here, but that's a lot better than, well, 0. So really, the answer to the question in the title, is this game still alive? Or it's probably more of a statement, to be honest. It probably just says this game is still alive. It's not really alive. It's like kind of half. It's on like life support. So we're in the exotic class, not the whatever the I think it's hyper is the max class. So in this class, it's gonna be more like SLRs and stuff, I assume. I actually really like this game, and a lot of people don't actually know that I really do like this game. I just enjoyed it. It was a fun game to play. So if we go through here, I got a Zonda Roadster. I remember that being really OP, so I don't really want to pick that. Yeah, SLR. There's a lot of cars to pick from actually, but I've only got 15 seconds, so I should probably hurry up. I think I'm gonna go for the Murcielago because that's like one of my favourite cars of all time. Again, not a lot of people know that. Not a lot of people know that. Alongside the R32 in a dream world, if I could have a 2-car garage, it would be an R32, which I've made videos on previously, and a yellow Murcielago straight off the Hot Pursuit 2 cover. That spec exactly, manual. Not. Again, you're learning more about me in this video. More like these are things which people don't realise. People think I'm a Jap boy. I do like Jap, but I'm not that much of a Jap boy. Right, so here we are. We're in the race. We're actually in a multiplayer race on Hp2010. Honestly, part of me thought that I wasn't even going to get into a race this video. I thought I was going to end up in the single player. So I'm kind of happy that we've actually managed to get into a race, even if that means there's only 2 other people. Now, this game had a really good multiplayer. Back when it was actually alive on the PS3 back in the day, I used to play this all the time. This game generally is really underrated. Like, I feel like people don't really give this game the prop it deserves. Yes, the catch-up was absolute AIDS. Yes, you know, obviously the criterion braking and drifting is kind of like, you either hate it or love it. I'm one that doesn't really mind it too much. And that guy in the lead is storming ahead. What is he doing? Why are you still playing this game? And now I'm getting caught up by the level 3 guy in the Bentley. I'm not getting beaten by a Bentley. Back to what I was saying though, there is a genuine skill gap on this game. For those that don't know, this is one of the actual Need for Speed games which kind of did have an esports scene. If you know Kazuki, she was actually involved with that. I never really looked into it. I actually didn't even know there was an esports scene for any Need for Speed game up until someone mentioned it with her. But this is like, I can kind of see it. I get it. It may have just been more game battles. I'm not actually sure the specifics. But like, if there was one Need for Speed game that like I could actually see having an actual competitive scene for, it was this. The only thing which I don't really understand is the whole catch-up. Obviously, because the NOS catch-up is a bit OP, so I don't really get how that would be competitive, but everything else, I could get it. I see why this game would be competitive. It's so weird coming from, you know, 2015 and Payback to this, where the drifting is honestly so much more different. It's not as light, I want to say. Soundtrack on this game is this game as a whole was just really, really good. And considering it's reaching 10 years old, it actually looks a bit mad. Like, this actually looks really, really nice. There's no way we are catching up to GIGABYTE. What kind of fucking retarded name is GIGABYTE? I'm not even doing that bad on this last part, but he has just stormed away. I don't know what. How am I I'm not doing 17 seconds worse. There's no way I've just lost 5 seconds through there. That makes no sense. I can't be just bad right now. Like, he has to be doing something dodgy because I'm not that bad. Like, look how far ahead I am in front of the Anarchist guy. I might have to use that Zonda in the next race just to see, because I know the Zonda's really, really good. What? Wait. I'm a bit confused. What just happened? What just happened? There's so many. I don't know what just happened. Right, next race, I'm using the Zonda because that was weird. I mean, if you're coming onto a game. Like almost a 10-year-old game. I mean, I'm going to keep saying it's almost 10 years old because it pretty much is. And using a trainer online, I've got nothing to say other than you're just a bit sad, really. Right, here we go. So now, yeah. So we got really beaten in the last race. I actually have no clue why, because I didn't think we were even doing that poorly. But because that did happen, I actually don't think there's any difference between these two cars, like, at all. We're going to go for the Zonda. I know this is OP. I know this is OP. So if we get left in the dust now, I'm just going to put it down to cheating. Because I should not be left in the dust with this car. This car is ridiculous from memory. It's such a clean, like, layout for the multiplayer. Obviously, there's, like, no online free... At least I don't think there's any online free room. Well, I guess there kind of is in the form of, like, Inceptor events and stuff. But everything in terms of the online is really, really clean in this game. It's really well done and really well executed. And I think that's something with Hop Shoot is kind of a consistent theme. It's not overloaded with content, but the content which is in there is really, really good. And that's something that we lack with racing games generally nowadays. Right, here we go. So we're in here with the Zonda. Is he back in the... No, he's picked a different car. Well, I should win then, because this is OP. I'm not losing this race to you, GIGABYTE. His lines are on a different level. How is he getting that much speed? Why are you still playing this game? Nah, I'm not going to lose you that easily. I'm in the most OP car in the game. Come on. I need my inner initial D to kick in right now. For this video, I decided to keep on the actual original soundtrack as well. I actually might get copyright claimed for this, but that's not really a problem because, again, the soundtrack in this game is really, really good. Again, like, this game is pretty bare bones, to be honest, in what is actually in there. But what is in there is really, really good. And that is the kind of the way I'd explain the whole game, really. It's just... it's just good. It's just good. I wouldn't even say it's like one of the, like, I wouldn't even say it's an amazing game. It's just what is in there is just solid. Like, when I look back on this game, it kind of lacks a lot, really. But everything that is in there works well, and there's no real problems. Other than the fact this guy is so far in the lead, and I don't have a clue how. How has he managed to gain 4 seconds in a matter of, like, 3 corners? What the fuck is he doing? How am I getting caught up by a Bentley? Nah, I think this guy is just really, really good. I'm trying to follow his lines, but it's a lot harder than it looks. How have I managed to... 7 seconds behind! It was 3 a minute ago! So, again... The answer to the title of this video, this game is still alive. It's kind of alive. To be honest, if you have it on PC, I'd probably give it. Oh my lord! I just got taken by a Bentley. What is going on? How are those cars in the same class? A Zonda versus a what? How I'm behind now is beyond me. I actually don't really understand what's going on. I haven't even drove like a bad race. I've been alright. We've got 4 miles to try and claw back this Bentley space. I don't really know what's going on right now, to be honest. We're in the lead, but I'm getting a bit worried with all this catch-up bullshit. I've got a feeling he's just going to take me again. Don't do... How are you catching up? At this point, it's literally between me and him, and I've got the most OP car in the game, so if I do lose, that is completely down to me. There's actually so much skill behind it. Like, I'm playing this now, and it's reminding me the skill gap is actually huge. Understanding what lines to take is genuinely a problem right now. Would never say that in Need for Speed 2015 or Payback. Well, maybe 2015, but definitely not Payback. I've lost him. He's got... Where has he gone? One thing as well, and I'm not sure whether this is just me, but I haven't been rammed, which is really, really odd. I thought by now I would have been rammed, but I haven't. To be honest, with this video generally, I've been pleasantly surprised. We actually got into a lobby, we didn't get rammed, and those races were genuinely competitive for the most part with me and that Bentley. I don't know what that guy was on, but obviously he's on something. And with that being said, that's the end of this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.